you can see in my body when I do this that my legs aren't just straight, they're locked into a sway back. With the sway back knee, so with the knee a little bit past straight, it's also going to let the ground stretch the top of your feet. So improving the aesthetics of our locked leg line, which is such a huge part of how our splits are perceived by other people. Having an imperfect split with locked legs often looks more impressive and more powerful than having a really open split that's floppy. And when I say this to you, maybe you can visualize some people that you've seen, whether you see the difference between the two. The energy of the shape is really, really important. And this exercise is a really great way of building power, specifically in the locking mechanism of the knee. Okay? So we can try this together. Take yourself back into your little child pose. Push with the arches of the feet. Take yourself forward into a half plank. Squeeze the inner thighs. Really point the toes behind you. Push your shoulder blades to the front of your body. Pull your ribs in. Push your pelvis down. Engage your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, lock your knees. Press your pelvis down. Push your knees up. Inhale, push both feet down. Exhale, lift one leg. Do not move your pelvis. Keep your knees locked. Inhale, touch both. Exhale, lift the other leg. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down both. Exhale, switch onto the top of your toes. Inhale, lift up to down dog. Exhale, push down to plank. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. And then exhale, walk through your heels. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keep your arms locked. Walk yourself back on top of your heels. Legs locked. Weight forward in the big toes. Hands flat on the ground. So when people do full forward bends, it's quite common that we swing our hips back into this position and we tend to feel the weight on our heels. If it's possible for you to flex your toes off the floor or fully flex your feet, it's a sign that your hips have gone too far back. It's a very common thing. So what you want to do is walk your weight forward until you feel the hips resting on top of the big toe joint. And you'll know that this is correct because you'll feel your weight starting to drop forward into the shoulders. Keep the knees locked. Keep pressing the tailbone up by sinking the tummy down. What we're going to do here, maintaining this nice square position, keep the knees locked. I'm going to inhale, push my heels into the ground. And then exhale, I'm going to push myself up into a full releve, keeping my hands connected to the floor and keeping my knees locked. Inhale, touch the heels down. Exhale, releve up. 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep your knees locked. You'll be getting tired now. Fight it. 2. Last one up. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, bend your knees over your big toes. Inhale, let your head and shoulders sink down, hang from the sockets. And then exhale, push your big toes into the ground, squeeze your inner thighs, tuck and roll up as you exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Push yourself all the way up to standing, and then you can do a little dance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can go the other way. 5, 4. The more you look like a crab, the more flexible you will become. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Super nice. So, we've worked on the strength of your knees. Now we're going to work on the strength of your hips. So, again, you might want to watch this once. So we're going to do, it's going to look like an ab exercise, and it works as an ab exercise. But what we're working on is active control of the front compression of our legs towards our body, okay? We're going to do it in a parallel pike. We're going to do it rotating sideways and clapping, right? And we're going to alternate. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to have my fingers facing towards my hips. So the backs of my hands touch my lower spine. I rest back onto my elbows. I squeeze my elbows together behind me, and I squeeze my ribs in and down towards my wrists. So I stabilize the front of my abdominals. I'm going to lock my legs forward using all that same locking power through the knee that we've already been using. I hold onto the ground with my fingertips, and I slightly push my hands into the ground. So as you see my body rocking forwards and backwards, that's me engaging the push of my hands connected with the floor to stabilize my upper body and really encourage my abdominals to work well, okay? I'm going to inhale, touch my heels down. Exhale, push with my fingertips, lift the knees to my face. Ideally rolling the hips off the ground so I see your fingers. And then as I exhale now, I'm going to open my legs out into second. And I'm going to have to move because my room is not big enough. Oh my God, I can't do this. I'm going to have to face towards you. You guys are going to get like a full crotch shot. I'm so sorry. Even that's not big enough. Why are my legs so long? I have to move a painting. Why did God curse me with all of these legs? Oh no, life is so hard for me. Okay, let me try one more time. So resting back on the hand, elbows underneath the shoulders, stabilizing the ribs, engaging the push of the hands. So inhale, press the heels down with locked legs. Exhale, lift and pike up. So you're trying to get the knees to the chest first, and then you're pushing with the fingertips to roll the hips the rest of the way. Then inhale down. And then exhale, keeping the legs locked, circle side. As you get into your full straddle, you're going to squeeze your inner thighs together. Try and get your knees to touch your face as you roll your hips up off the ground onto your wrists. Inhale down. Touch, and then exhale, pike. And so on and so on and so on. Now, we're going to do 8 of these in a row. So it's going to be a total of 16 reps. 8 pikes, 8 hip circles, okay? By the third one, you're already going to want this to be over, okay? It is an exercise that is building the progressive overload stability of your pelvis, and it is the thing that makes it useful is also the same thing that makes it uncomfortable, unfortunately. So when you start to feel tired and you start to feel resistance in your body, it's really important that you cultivate like a forward mindset with your focus. As we've spoken about with the stamina of staying in your splits, a big part of flexibility training is mental balance. It is necessary for you to work against your limitations. Okay, so when you start to feel tired, you need to engage your drive. It's really important that some part of you is training itself to say, no, I will do this. I will not give up. Okay, without that, you're always going to hit a barrier you can't overcome. And especially if you're doing any kind of performance-oriented work, if you guys have ever done competitions or any of this kind of shit, you know that there are moments where things go wrong on stage and you need to push through that limitation. Cultivating that mindset and training that mindset is a part of developing your physical capacities. And the way that we can stimulate it without actually having to put ourselves on stage is by resisting the limitations our body gives us in these types of exercises. Okay, so try to push. So I'm going to prepare myself, leaning back on my elbows.
Could you one more time show how you are laying on your back? Sorry, my camera is wrong, sorry.
I'm sorry, darling, what did you say?
How do you lay on your hands? So is the palm hitting the floor? Yeah, okay.
So my palms are down, the backs of my hands touch my lower spine, my elbows are in, so I look like a beautiful chicken. Baka, baka. And then from here I pull my ribs in, and then I push my hands into the floor so I've got good engagement. Okay? Okay, perfect. Ready, steady, go? Yes. So do we have any other questions about this? We can ask as many questions as you want so you can procrastinate until we do this. That's fine. All right, cool. So if we lean back on the hands. Super duper. Lock the knees. Nice, nice, nice. So we're going to inhale, press the heels down. Exhale, push and pike. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate. Inhale down. Exhale, pike. Exhale, rotate. Inhale down. Exhale, pike. This is 3. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate. Work on locking the knees even more. Exhale, pike. This is 4. Exhale, rotate. Pike. This is 5. Rotate. 3. 2. Last one. Take it down. And then you can sit yourself up. Why? Cross your ankles over. Take yourself forward onto your tummy. And we're just going to take a little half cobra stretch. So you can take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Push your fingertips into the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and back. Push your hips down, lock your knees. And just shake your hips from side to side. Let your stomach muscles disengage. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.